great for rising. You know, Trump met with 5 African leaders. I want you to listen to what this Nigerian leader says when Trump asked him to take in Venezuelans. Listen to what he said, and I'll be back.
Considerable pressure on African countries to accept Venezuelans to be deported from the US, some straight out of prison. It will be difficult for a country like Nigeria to accept Venezuelan prisoners into Nigeria. We have, in the famous words of, I don't know if you know the US rap group called Public Enemy. If you do, then you'll remember a line from Flav, a member of the group, who said, Flav has problems of his own. I can't do nothing for you, men. We have enough problems of our own. We cannot accept Venezuelan deportees to Nigeria, for crying out loud. We already have 230 million people. You will be the same people that would castigate us if we acquiesce to accepting Venezuelans from U.S. prisons to be brought in.
Are we under pressure? Are we under pressure from the Americans, from the U.S.?
These are some of the discussions that have been ongoing, not just with Nigeria, but also with other.
Y'all heard him, right? Heard what he said. He told Trump, in the words of Flav, Flav, you know who he's talking about, right? Public Enemy. He told Trump no, and look, all of a sudden, look at what's going on in Nigeria right now, since he told Trump no. Look at this, and I'll be back.
Another horrific massacre against Christians in Nigeria to report on. 27 people, including a 3-year-old girl, have been killed in the most barbaric of ways. Masara Kim, a reporter for Truth Nigeria, joins us now. Masara, what can you tell us about this absolutely barbaric atrocity?
Yeah, so in the early hours of yesterday, that's July the 14th, a group of terrorists shouting Allahu Akbar on a long convoy of motorcycles, estimated by locals to be between 30 to 40, swarmed the peaceful town of Bindi, located about 35 miles southwest of Jos, the capital of Plateau State, killing at least at the moment 27 people that have been identified, majority of whom were burned alive in their homes, including a 3-month-old baby and a 3-year-old baby. In my report for Truth Nigeria, I mentioned the 3-year-old victim without realizing that as I left, the body of a 3-month-old baby was also identified, and the search has continued with many more members of the community, many more residents still unaccounted for at the moment.
Burned alive? What do you mean? They were trapped in their house? I mean, what exactly? Oh, I don't even. Oh. As a father, this is disgusting. But what can you tell us about that detail? Burned alive. What do you mean?
Yeah, so these terrorists swarmed communities, broke into homes, and literally poured gas. They poured fuel on the sleeping residents and set the houses on fire. I mean, a local pastor who spoke to us, I shared his photo with you, said he was hiding in a goat room just within his compound of 2 brick buildings when they broke into his flats, where 9 members of his family were sleeping, and he could literally hear them screaming and shouting for help, but absolutely no one could come to their help because the terrorists, more than 30 of them, had swarmed the compound. Some of them had gone into the rooms where these innocent residents were sleeping, and they had literally poured fuel on them and set the house on fire. So he could literally hear them screaming on top of their voices and shouting for help, but definitely no one came to their help until they could no longer scream. This attack happened and started from 3 a.m. and lasted up to 5 a.m. Nobody was in their farm. Nobody was clashing with anybody. Nobody was. In fact, these innocent babies and women and children that were hacked down and burned alive on their beds. They were nowhere at a place where that qualifies as a battleground or genocide, targeting chiefly and exclusively Christians. Whether you are a genuine Christian or not, as long as you identify as a Christian, you are slaughtered. And this pastor that I mentioned, by the way, said he heard them celebrate.
Suddenly, they're killing Christians and babies. He made sure he kept saying that they were killing Christians and babies. He said a 3-year-old baby. Then he said a 2-year-old, but then he corrected himself and said it was a 3-year-old baby. And then he said that he realized later on that they had actually killed a 3-month-old baby. Now see, it's not by accident that he made sure he pointed out that they killed 2 babies. The Christian thing gets your emotion going. Oh, they're killing the Christians. But then you start talking about their babies. All of a sudden now, these Nigerians are killing Christians and babies when they said no to Donald Trump. I guess next what they'll say, they're eating the dogs and cats. Here again, people, and I know you might call me Miss Conspiracy Theorist, nut, or whatever, but the only thing I'm saying is this. Always look at things. Look at them from an objective standpoint. Don't get so caught up in the fact that you're a Christian and you don't want them slaughtering Christians. You don't want them slaughtering babies. Nobody wants them slaughtering babies or slaughtering anybody for that matter. So I'm not saying that, just disregard it. But what I'm saying is just start looking at things and start wondering how is it that all of a sudden this nation that he's trying to send people to, all of a sudden, oh no, they're killing children and Christians. And why would he want to send them well, I know why. I guess I'm being rhetorical. But listen, why would he want to send these people, send them back to where they came from, or where their origin is and stuff? If they're Nigerians and he said he's going to send them back, send the Nigerians to Nigeria. Why would he want to send these people to other countries when he doesn't want them here? He's saying they're criminals, they're this and they're that. That shows his arrogancy. That shows his disregard for everybody else. They're beneath him. All these things point that out. Well, I'm going to put links in so you can go, if you're so inclined, you can look at the whole videos and stuff that I pulled from. But I just want to give you something to think about. Why is it that all of a sudden, when they decided they didn't want to listen to, that they said no to him? How dare they? They said no to him. Suddenly, they're killing Christians and babies. They made sure they pointed out the babies. The 3-year-old baby, that wasn't good enough. Oh no, we got to throw in a 3-month-old baby. Newscaster, you may possibly be a part of, I'm not saying you are, but you may possibly be a part of a made up something. Why did you do it? I'm Lily Bell. Be encouraged. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Albert C. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm Lily Bell. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. Billy Bell. Be encouraged.